now listening to the Zay Moore podcast.
I want to know what Zay thinks
There's a
about
few
that.
things that we got to address.
Black people got the swag. Black people set the trends. We are the culture. We got a reality star for our president. It's insane. Even if they try to erase black history out of schools, it's not going to erase black history. Because we've been here. Kendrick Lamar definitely beat Drake in that battle. Hands down. At the end of the day, I'm going to keep it real with my people. Because if we don't keep it real with each other, who will?
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, the one and only Zay Moore, and I want to welcome you back to a brand new episode of the Zay Moore podcast. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got some topics to get into. I know y'all like, Zay, where you been? We've been waiting. It's a lot going on. We got Cardi on the stand. We got just so much going on. Where you at, Zay? I'm here, y'all. I'm here. Y'all know I had to get over the food poisoning. Your boy feel much better. I'm back in the game. You feel me? I'm also back in school. I started school again last week, about to graduate in spring. So, I got to wrap all that up. And then, I got the music stuff going on. I'm trying to get back in the studio, get some music out there for y'all. So it's a lot going on, you feel me? And I kind of felt a little overwhelmed. And that's, me being real with my audience. So I took a break. I did have people reaching out like, yo, Zay, where you at? And I mean, it's only been 4 days, you feel me? So the love is definitely there, and I felt it, within that 4-day absence. So I just want to thank y'all so much again, and I'm back, and we're going to dive into the show. Y'all ready? All right. I missed that. I missed it. I missed the intro. I missed all of this, so let's do it, guys. All right. Let's get on notes and everything. All right, guys, so the first story is a little heavy, but I do have to report on this school shooting that happened yesterday. Give you guys a little bit of details in case you missed anything and some updates. So what happened? On August 27th, during a morning mass at Annunciation Catholic Church and School in Minneapolis, a 23-year-old former student, Robin Westman, opened fire from outside using a rifle, shotgun, and a pistol. 2 children, ages 8 and 10, were killed, and at least 17 people, including 14 children and 3 elderly, were injured. Westman died by suicide at the scene. The shooter fired through stained glass windows after failing to access locked doors, an act credited with saving additional lives. Inside, emergency exits were barricaded from the outside, complicating escape. Law enforcement recovered over 116 rifle rounds, shotgun shells, and a handgun round at the scene. CBS News covered the story as it broke, and I do have that audio here, so I'm going to go ahead and let you guys take a listen to the details that CBS had to provide, and then I'll be right back.
You see right there on your screen, 2 children, ages 8 and 10, have lost their lives, killed while praying at a mass at a Catholic church and school complex in Minneapolis. Now, a lot of us are wondering who these children are. Who are these little ones who got up this morning to go to school to attend mass? We have an opportunity to learn a little bit more from the hospital where several of those victims have been taken. Let's listen in.
All right, as we are here, I'm sorry, Derek, we do need to interrupt you here. We are getting a briefing now from HCMC.
That was delivered here at Hennepin Healthcare related to this tragic event that occurred this morning. We first received a page that we were going to have a mass casualty incident at 8:46 a.m. this morning. That gave us time to mobilize all of our resources and prepare our teams. We are a level 1 trauma center, and we prepare and we train for this. Having said that these incidents are never easy. We've had 2 in the last 24 hours that have occurred, these mass casualty incidents. The one today, we received a total of 11 patients from this incident. 2 of them were adult patients, 9 pediatric patients. 4 of them required the operating room. And up to this point in time, there have been no fatalities related to any of those patients that were brought to our organization. I want to take a moment to tell you how proud I am to work for this organization and the teams that were involved, the resources, again, that were mobilized, our surgical colleagues, our medical medicine colleagues, our amazing nursing staff, our psychologists that help process these events for us, environmental services, all those involved.
Again, that was CBS News with that story, but some more notes I have here based on some of the publications that I was reading from The Guardian, The Washington Post, authorities are describing Westman as having a deranged obsession with mass shooters and harboring hate toward multiple groups. Investigators are treating this as a domestic terrorism and anti-Catholic hate crime. Motive remains under investigation. Westman has ties to the church, including attending services and having a parent who worked there. Authorities are reviewing videos and writings, including a scheduled YouTube manifesto that reveal extremist content. Wow. This is a heavy one. My heart goes out to the parents of the two children who lost their lives and to everyone else who was injured during this ordeal. It's really sad that in 2025 we're still reporting on things like this. And I know we touch on it a few times here on the podcast, but more so, it's even more unfortunate that we have a government right now that I don't think they're doing anything to promote safety when it comes to guns and weapons. It's just like that's going out the door. More so, we're not focusing on things like mental health and services for people who have mental issues like this, because based on the reports, again, he's described as having a deranged obsession with mass shooters and harboring hate. That is something that was caught early. Maybe not maybe this definitely could have been prevented. And I just really don't know what to say. My heart really breaks for those parents. I saw some of the pictures and some of the footage of, the people outside of the school gathering and, just trying to, I could only imagine just kind of figure out what the hell was going on, We also have to just applaud all of the teachers and, the workers who tried their best to shield those children and help people escape. I can only imagine what was going through their mind at that time. So to put the children first, I think is just beyond commendable and something that we should spotlight. Officials are now expanding security around schools and places of worship and launched a mental health outreach and fundraising effort for victims. Flags have been lowered statewide in remembrance. So we will be following this story, guys. If I get any more updates as the days go on, I will jump on and let you guys know. But again, just throw some prayers to everyone involved in this situation and to the parents of the two children who unfortunately lost their lives. All right. So on a lighter note, y'all, I definitely want to talk about Cardi B on the stand. She's hilarious. Like all of the clips I'm seeing, I'm cracking up. So I wanted to cover the background of the case, where it's coming from, and give y'all a little audio of what Cardi is doing on the stand. But background, right? Cardi B, she's facing a civil lawsuit filed by ex-security guard Imani Ellis, who alleges the rapper assaulted her while leaving a Beverly Hills OBGYN appointment in February 2018. Ellis claims Cardi B spat on her, scratched her face, and used racial slurs. She is seeking damages totaling $24 million. Cardi B's testimony, included her denying any physical contact, stating firmly, "I didn't touch her," despite a verbal altercation during which she admitted to cursing. She also described feeling followed and recorded by Ellis, which triggered the confrontation. Let's go to ABC 7, y'all, really quick for the story. Hold up. Do we have the audio? Please tell me we got the... Yes. All right, good. All right. Let's go to ABC 7, y'all, real quick. Listen to this. I'll be right back.
Let me tell you, it got heated while she was on the witness stand. Let's go to that.
I was more on a high level of concern, very concerned.
And why were you concerned?
Because I'm pregnant and this girl's about to beat my Hello?
Cardi B getting agitated on this second day on the witness stand during cross-examination by the plaintiff's attorney and the case surrounding a civil suit filed against the Grammy Award-winning rapper accusing her of assault. Cardi B arguing security guard Imani Ellis was trying to record her entering her OBGYN's office in Beverly Hills in 2018 while she was visibly pregnant. Cardi B saying she and the security guard had a heated argument and she feared it could have escalated into something much more dangerous.
Are you disabled? Yes or no?
At that moment, when you're pregnant, I'm very disabled. You want me to tell you the things I can't do?
Fine. What was your disability on February 24th of 2018? What was your disability?
I was pregnant. I couldn't protect myself, even if I wanted to. She's like twice my size.
No problem. You used the F word during that fight, didn't you?
Yes.
What other words did you use? Tell us in your own words what you said.
I said on my face. Why are you in my face? Why are you recording me? Ain't you supposed to be security?
Tell it to her now. Go ahead.
Huh?
Say it again. Say it.
Objection, Your Honor.
You want me to say it to her
I want
face?
you to tell it to her face what you said on that day so she can hear it for herself again.
Objection is sustained.
Ellis arguing during her testimony that Cardi B attacked and assaulted her during the altercation, striking her on her head, face, and body, spat on her, shouted racial slurs, and claims the rapper got her fired from her job. Ellis also claims the rapper's long fingernails caused cuts on her face that required plastic surgery.
The whole incident was super traumatizing for me. She did a lot that day.
Cardi B maintaining she never touched Ellis.
You didn't hit her.
No.
Did you take a swing at her?
No.
Cardi B saying she made some brief remarks about Ellis on social media, accusing her of lying about the incident purely to get money.
Just trying to get some money.
Who's trying to get some money?
She is.
How do you know that?
Because she sued me for $24 million.
Facts. Like, I mean, come on. Like, why are you asking dumb questions? Like, she clearly wants some money. She ain't asking for lunch. She asked him for $24 million. Come on now. And yo, Cardi had me dying when she was like, she's big. Like, she can protect a building. Yo. Cardi, yo, I love how just herself she was on the stand. I really love it. But her supporting testimony, the defense received key reinforcement from the receptionist and Cardi B's OBGYN. They testified they saw no physical aggression from Cardi B. Rather, the receptionist herself ended up with a cut, possibly from Ellis, and the doctor testified hearing commotion but witnessing no physical abuse. Currently, the trial proceedings are being paused and will resume next week with closing arguments slated for September 2nd, y'all. This case has drawn widespread attention, of course, for Cardi B's expressive courtroom delivery, as we heard in the ABC 7 clip, and viral moments that have trended across social media. Definitely going to get a lot of viral moments out of some of the things that she was saying in her faces. Definitely. But yeah, we definitely gonna follow it and see what's up. And hey, you know, people do be wanting money. I remember when Fat Joe was saying, people would just walk in front of him and fall out, because they knew that they could try to get some money. So, again, we gotta view it from all angles, Cardi's angle and the angle of Ellis, and we will be following this story, y'all. Yeah. And I'll also say this is great exposure or great publicity for the album too. Because y'all know Emma the Drama, her second album is dropping, I believe, on the 19th. So, I mean, come on now. It just works hand in hand when it comes to rap. We've seen that, court cases in an album. It just worked, you feel me? So, I'm wishing Cardi the best and I can't wait for the album. So before we go, I need y'all to do something for me. I want y'all to go to Google, right? And I want you to type in the Popeye's chicken sandwich song. And I want you to put Isaiah, but you got to spell it Izayah and then put a period, right? Google that. And then we're going to come back and talk about it next episode. That song, y'all, to me, it's hilarious. It's a song I did a couple years ago, I believe around 2019, when the Popeye's chicken sandwich song, when the Popeye's chicken dropped, the sandwich. When they dropped that shit, remember, everybody was, Lons was around, people was doing music videos, all that. It was a craze. It was a fun time on social media. But I wrote a song. I wrote a Popeye's chicken sandwich song, about 17,000 plays on SoundCloud, was covered 32,000 views on YouTube. The shit is hilarious to me that, things like that can just live on. And I was just listening to it with my homeboy. I got some bars in there. So y'all got to check that out, right? And share it. You feel me? And next time you go to Popeyes, play that shit. I want y'all to listen to that. But all right, guys, you know what that means. Y'all know what that sound means. That means we have made it to the end of the episode. Yes. I want to thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Zamo podcast. Y'all know I appreciate it. Y'all know that. And before I go, we got to shout out a new country tuning in, y'all. I got some people in Ireland. Shout out to my listeners in Ireland. Am I saying that right? I got a little Jamaican accent, a little like New York accent, so I might be saying it with a Caribbean accent. Ireland. I'm sorry about that if I'm saying it wrong. Ireland. Somebody write me at the Zapouts _ on Instagram and teach me how to say that. I promise I'll come back and say it better. But thank you so much, Ireland. I see y'all on the map for listening. And, again, I have to thank everybody. India, the United Kingdom, Ireland, Germany, of course, all my people in the United States. I see y'all, and I love y'all so much. Thank you so much for promoting the show and listening to the show. Please keep on doing so. We will be meeting again. It's probably not going to be tomorrow because I got a lot of y'all. I got shit to do. You feel me? And the pod is just not on the schedule. But it is the next day and the next day after that. So we're going to be talking. We're going to go over some topics. We're going to talk about the latest trends and shit and have some laughs. All right? But I want to thank y'all right now, in this moment, and today, for tuning in to this episode. And until next time, peace.